Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is your own boy, DJ. I'm back on the idea. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free, 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 let my liberty. Free, 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 Mama Liberia. Hey, no justice for the poor. Education is simple. The whole country grow. Cause other than our rule. Only people taking grab. DA taking grab. No justice for the poor. No peace, no unity. Many people suffering. Many people crying. No food, no job. No justice for the poor. Mama Liberia. Freely liberty. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to promo. Free, 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 let my liberty. Free, 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 Mama Liberia. There's a case for hope. We've been hoping for change. There's no change. No change. Our people cry. Our children suffering. Our people are crying. Our people are suffering. Hey, no change. Save us every not taking pain. The wedding no start.
I'm ceasing from the waking war. It's but a shield of golden flame.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Tony Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is April the 14th. As we strive to get through April, we just got some good news on TV. I went up to my room just now and saw on CNN that we got enough toilet tissues for 2021. Hoorah! Now we got enough material to get the mission completed. We can get the work done. Okay? So let's get that good news out of the way. Secondly, today, this whole month is Ramadan. It's a month when our Islamic brothers and sisters set aside for fasting and praying to their Allah for their blessings, their goodness, their grace, their perseverance, their lives, their peace and prosperity, and whatever else God has blessed them with throughout their creation. There is but one God, and we come to him through different paths, especially for the three religions, the three great religions, Islam, Christianity, and first of all, Judaism. That's where all the other religions flow from, Judaism. the Jewish faith. So from the Jewish faith comes the other two great religions of the world that most people of the world worship. The three great religions: Judaism first, Islam second, Christianity was the last of the three religions. These are the three paths to the God of Israel. And each one of these paths have their distinct rules to achieve the blessings of the one God we all serve. So there is one God. There is one God, only one God. And any God that relies on the Old Testament of the Torah, of the Jewish religion, of the Jewish faith, come under the one God of Israel. So those are the three religions that use the Old Testament: Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. And that's why from these three religions, they tell you anything you don't understand, refer to the scripture. And the scripture is the Jewish scripture. So you see how these three religions relate? But our conflict rests in those who bring the messages to us. You see, Islam had Muhammad. Muhammad era and age and region is different from the Christian experience, even in Israel. Muhammad people are with the Palestinians, who are Ishmael people. So God gave them their religion, religious convocation on a different plane. Because there are different people from the Jews. These are the tribes of the desert. The various tribes. Yes, Israel is a tribe of the desert too, but they are a wandering tribe. They were a wandering tribe. And that's why God could punish them in Egypt, could punish them in Samaria, and different parts of the region. Because there were people that stayed unto themselves. They were like gypsies. In those days, they were like gypsies, just wandering people. Until God brought them together. And they began to form a nation through soil. Through Saul, the first king. Then David came. Then the kingship began to grow. And the nation began to grow when he left his son. So I can't remember his son name, but it was Ras something, by his soldier's wife, who he killed. So these were the trends of our religion that flowed down to us. Jesus came to us. Why? Because he had to come not only as a prophet, but as a God. Reason being that if you say that the Jewish faith is only for the Jewish people and the children who form the blood of Israel, we cannot benefit from it. The Gentiles are left without a God. So that means all of us got to go to Islam. And Jesus Christ came to forbid that. He came to give us a New Testament and a new way, because the Islamic way and the Jewish way are hard. And the Jewish way, where to go to God with Jewish way, is very easy. All you got to be born in the Jewish faith. You have access to God, because that's how God fixed it. Because when Abraham believed that there was a God in the mountain, nobody had to tell Abraham. Every morning, Abraham woke up, he heard the thunder and lightning way over the mountains, and he saw the light and flashing. He said there got to be life behind that thing. There got to be a supernatural force making all the light come behind the mountain. There is a God over there. I got to go find that God. So that was distant away from his house in the wilderness. He had to travel miles to get to that mountain. They don't tell you all of that in the Bible. They just tell you Moses saw that mountain. He said he got to walk to that mountain, got God, and he got to go there. So he took his son and said, let's go there. And his son followed him. But they had to walk miles. They had to pass through territories unknown to get to those places. So when they got to the mountain, his first test was, when he met the God he has sought all his life, the God tested him with his most precious prize, his only son, by his wife. The wife who God told them they would have son, and they didn't believe. And when it was time for her to have son, she had a son. And that's why they had Ishmael, because they didn't believe in Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ, sorry. They didn't believe in the word of the God of Israel. When he told them, Rebecca, you will have a child in your old age. So she was getting old. She had passed childbearing age, all the kind of ages. So she was frustrated now. So she told her husband, look, I will not have children. So take my handmaiden, my husky, let her sleep with you, and you have a child by her. And whatever she had would be my child, and you can have it. It would be mine and your child. So the puppy did it. Hit the young thing. She got pregnant with Ishmael. The mother did everything, brought the baby to Ishmael and gave it to him. Said, this is my child for you. This is your first child. What happened? The maid started getting frisky. He said, that's my child. Hey, I'm the woman that had that child, not you. So she started fussing with Rebecca. And Jewish custom, you can't do that. You know how the house of Israel? How you cuss a woman of the house of Israel for her husband? So Rebecca told her husband, the woman got to go. So they had to pull her up. And through her struggle in the wilderness, God guided her and protected her, gave her water to drink. And they formed their religion through that house and through that tribe, through that group. Muhammad came. And that's how they formed their ideal of a God based on the God of Israel. So you see, whatever Ishmael and his people did among the Palestinians spread throughout the Jewish faith and became a part of it. And that was that faith that Muhammad grew up from and took off with it. Whatever spiritual powers he had, whatever divine power he had, is demonstrated through his ability to unite his people and form this great religion. So all of that comes from the same Bible. But it's a difficult path. Because on the Muhammad path, you got pillars of the faith that you got to obey. The 5 pillars. You got to obey those pillars. And they are difficult because no matter what you're doing, you got to stop and pray your 5 times a day. You got to stop it and do your devotion. Like right now, Ramadan is a part of the 5 pillars. You got to fast and pray for a month. You got to do a pilgrimage to Mecca. So those are all the things you got to do to be a full circle servant under God of Islam. But Jesus made it easy for us. He broke the whole 10 commandments down into two commandments, which make so much sense. Love your God. Love yourself as well as you love others. He broke it down. It covers all other things. It covers all other things. Respecting our parents, honoring our household, doing all these things, cover all those things. Okay? And also he gives us laws to protect us against all those things. If you are a Christian and your family convert to Islam, are you to follow them and forsake Jesus Christ? When Jesus Christ has told you, place no other gods before me, that's your choice. Because that would be based on your faith. And that way when you believe in Jesus Christ, the Bible tell you, you will forsake mother and father and brother, sister, kinsman, and relative to follow me. Because if their gods do not conform to the ways of Jesus Christ, and you stay with them, you will die with them. So if your family change, your family tribe, or you become a Christian, they ban you from the villages, you are meant to suffer for serving Jesus Christ. You are meant to suffer. Nothing will be easy for you because he is a revolutionary ideal. That's where the revolution relies, in Jesus Christ's teachings. Because if you believe in democracy, you believe in truth, all of that, Jesus can be no more of a politician than you can desire. So let me put up my lesson. I've been talking too much. Okay, so I gotta run through my lesson too. Can Jefferson Koijee transform his past records of lawlessness and murder? Tribalism kills. Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf failed. Can her VP, Joe Boikai, and cousin Elliot Cummings do any better? Let's get into my lesson. Jefferson Koijee wanted to transform his useless and wicked past to now portray himself as a decent man. You cannot be decent, Koijee. We got you with the Collexes running through our city, threatening the Liberian people. Then you sit on that show, on that other half-useless show, what they call it? Spoon TV, and call yourself the fear in Liberian people. Why, you think that's prestigious? You think that's something good for a leader to say to his people? So Jefferson Koijee, like you seen the way Martin Koijee said, we have the record on you. When your car killed that old lady in Banga, and you never did anything to help her, and the government killed the whole case. Nobody heard about that case after that day. All the people you killed, you had your boys ransack their places and kill. Now you see, you all good and law abiding. Are you crazy and stupid? But let me take a minute, my people. My backdrop is about the memorial service for Citizens United Against Secret Killings. These are our 4 auditors behind me. This is Gifted behind me. I'm sorry. You can see her. That's Gifted. And so these are our auditors. The strong men of our country who were killed, murdered, to keep silent. And now they're honoring them on April 21st at the place where Gifty and Peter died. So make sure you be out there. We need the whole public to block down Monrovia. Show up in mass. Have something black on your sleeve or on your shirt. Something we got to show solidarity. We got to show unity. And this way it starts. Okay? So when you're listening to Attorney Commander Chesson, I will guide you into unity and integration. But you got to be able to listen. And we'll talk about it. All the things we'll address them today. Okay? So let's get back into my lesson now. My topic is, can Jefferson Koijee transform his past records of lawlessness and murders? This man traveled all over the country and commit heinous acts. Now he sit down on the internet and try to portray himself as what? A decent man? You can't be a decent man, Koijee. We're coming for you. We're coming to get you. You got to do your time and your flocking. That's why Attorney Commander Chesson got to run this thing here. Because all these people got to be flogged before they go to jail. When I told them that, they were laughing at me. Oh, you joking. Joking? Chesson don't joke. I'm a correctional officer. I do not joke. When I tell you I will flog you, I will flog you. Believe it. Believe it. I will not tell you something I will not do. Why you tell somebody to make a fool out of myself? I knew who I was before I came to this earth. And I told all of y'all, I'm here to unite my people and country. But my own people diss me. Like they killed my father, Ben Freeman. They didn't believe that we could unite. They didn't want to unite. They wanted to keep our indigenous people enslaved. They wanted to rob our nation. But it started with my grandfather. You got a people who just feel that as a family member, you're supposed to protect them and their children. Pay for them because you educated. While you were going to school, they were sleeping with all the native women. All the girls in town, they were the stars. They were the guys with the big bronco. I did not suffer. I went to school all my life. Sacrifice many of the things that you were doing because I wanted a better life. Now I excel, you come and tell me it's my duty to help you with your kids. This is no joke, people. These people rather believe this thing. They rather believe it. And what is worse, they don't believe in working with you. They believe in you giving them free. No work. You must help them with their children while they go around banging the whole nation. Going to every party, every wake, every funeral. They know everybody. They know everybody who died. They know who they connected with. And you must be taking care of their children while they take the money they make from work to travel to all these wakes and party and drink and have fun and meet the boys and the rest of the family while you working your ass off. We can't do that. That's hillbilly life. How you want me to go to school and learn? Then you say, okay, yeah, you working, send us the money and to support our family. We help you go to school. No, you didn't help me go to school for that. You didn't help me to go to school to come and serve you all my life. No, that's not how it works. You helped me to go to school to come back and lift all of us up from the dirt by providing jobs, providing opportunities, not making you lazy and got you sitting there and said, oh, my cousin will do it. Me? You'll wait for this cousin. That's why I went and bought my military boots with steel toe. So when I land it in somebody's bracket, it can land. And you a person will holler, oh, Bablu, oh, Bablu, oh, Bablu. They will be calling my nickname, oh, Bablu, oh, Bablu. Bing, I mean, landing that thing left and right. Boom, get the lazy stuff out of you. Oh, Bablu, oh, Bablu. Y'all think I come here to breed lazy people? No. With your date of my grandfather, he went and spoke with God. And God said the next heir I will send there to you of yours will be a rebel. A total, real rebel. And I will start with y'all. Because you think my education is something to play with. God blessed me to come and bring you out of the trenches. And you won't look at me because I ain't got money to give you. Y'all want to kill me and diss me like y'all diss my pa? Y'all try that shit. I told you, I will come with my native people. And there will be no foolish people. They're going to be trained. And we'll lock that damn Caribsburg down. And everybody in that Caribsburg will get 10 latches from our soldiers. I ain't giving you too much because I give you more, you will die. I want the old, the young, the medium age, everybody to get that flocking. So it will be 10 latches. And you think my boys will joke? My boys will be soldiers. When I say do this, they will do it. They will do it without hesitation. You're scared of soldiers? You're scared of your own Liberian people? These are my people. Yeah, I'll cuss them when they do BS, when they do stupid things. And for long, I've been telling them it's stupid. These people stealing from you, they're lying from you, they're doing all the evil to you. Then you're telling me, oh, Chesson, your pa did it too. So sometimes you got to flog your children. You got to slap them around to bring some senses into their heads. And I will not back down from you. I'm your leader. And when it's time to lead, it's time to take the stand at the plate. When people like Koijee and all these useless people running around with collects in Monrovia and killing people, and you useless Liberian people sit down here and try to back him and say he's decent, you all deserve some serious, serious flogging. And I guarantee you, you act stupid like that when Chesson returns, you are guaranteed. You are guaranteed. That means you already got it. It's on a book sitting for you. It's waiting just for you to act. Because Chesson knows the ignorance in you will cause you to act. And every guarantee I promise you, I say 10 latches is sitting in the book. It already assigned to you. I'm just waiting for the day you will get up and act stupid. And I will put those things on of the rack and give it to my boys and say, go give them lesson 65. Flog them and let them know that Chesson will not tolerate this craziness. So, Jefferson Koijee, when Nathaniel McGill, all you major rogues in this government, you got to meet your destiny. Y'all got to meet with your destiny because y'all can't transform your lives, your destiny. You can't transform it. And I promise you, this is the only Liberian in the world today who don't give a damn about war crimes court. I want me to punish you people, to show y'all that there's a Liberian man in this world who got pride, dignity, and integrity for the First Republic of Liberia. And he is ready to set the standard for the third Liberian Republic that will be better than any one of the republics because he will not spare the whip nor spoil the useless government officials. You people will be flocked with mercy. And people like Mape, Morgan, who's stealing people money like that, and you're a judge, you are responsible to uphold the law, the dignity, the integrity, the pride, the essence of Liberia. And you take it and throw it to the dogs. I will catch you. First of all, you're getting 10 years off the bat in jail. 10 years. You're not coming out for 10 years. And you don't pay that money, 15 years. You stay in jail for 15 years. And Pokwa then will have to pay that money back. Somebody got to get Bush's money back. It's not the government of Liberia. All of y'all who stole it, all of y'all involved with that money, y'all will pay that money back or y'all will be flogged and imprisoned for years. We have to set the merciless standards against these merciless rogues and criminals. Can you imagine people going and taking the man's whole life savings that they don't even know nothing about? They never helped the man to Ghana because you're a judge and you have authority over our people. You can violate our laws and go into their account and take their money like a criminal thief. You are a thief, Mape Morgan. And woe unto you if I ever come to church your keys. You're getting 10 years if you pay that money back, 15 years if you don't pay that money back. And Papa, every one of these idiots go in jail to bring that $3 million back. This is a disgrace on our people. This is a shame and disgrace on our nation. This is a shame and disgrace on every Liberian in the world. How will our judge or educated lawyer be entrusted to run our court as the chief judge and behave as a common thief, a common criminal, a common rogue? Oh, girl, you need to be flogged. You need to be flogged so bad. I think we just take it at 10 latches because they whip my balls with you. When they finish with you, those 10 latches will cripple you some kind of way. So we just keep it at 10 latches. But I am not George Henrins. I am not George Henrins. You see what their power then did to our country. Oh man, Henrins and all of them that they killed. You see the kind of thing they brought to our country? A woman steal a Liberian man $3.1 million and you say they should suspend her for 1 year? That's not in my book. That's not law and punishment in my book. That's BS. Because all of them will get some of that money. That gave me the impression that all of you are willing to be bribed with some of that money. Because if that money were for MOTC, the Monrovia Oil Trading Company, that Ellen Johnson is heading, you know the Boikai went to them. So they come to bribe all of you people too. George Henrins and all of you. You see how Liberia is so weak and lame? But I promise you, my people, turn it over to the bastard. Turn everything over to the bastard. Let the bastard fix this thing for Liberia. Let the bastard rectify the wayward thinking of my people. Let me set them straight. They say the Christians, that way they come from a real bastard thing, and the people that don't go to church. All of them are voodoo practitioners. I don't trust no Liberian with Christianity. All of you are juju practitioners. That's why our country going down, down, down. And then you step to the plate right now, you will die. That's why you're scared. Because you're not Christian. You have no God to back you up. You know, you can't deal with people who say Jesus Christ not God, not the Son of God. He wasn't born of he didn't have an immaculate birth. Then you come and go to church and say you believe in Jesus. You think that is Jesus Christ? You people know in Liberia? All the way he has punished us with a coup d'etat, with a civil war, with massive diseases, and you're still doing a stupid thing. Huh? Look at our people kill the man, got a whole body and talk about, let's say the Lord's Prayer. You think God, Jesus Christ, will bless you all when y'all call his name over an abomination? Our lives are finished. And only the few people who believe in Jesus Christ in Liberia can make a difference. Can make a difference. Because when you have people who do believe in the love of Jesus Christ, you see, that's the love of Jesus Christ. If you have people who don't believe it, you always have savages like Koijee being mayor of the city, running around with his group with cutlass in hand. We saw all the pictures in America, running around with cutlass in hand, say he got his Sabu boys and all the. We saw all the things. And that's the man you want magnified in the presence of Jesus Christ as a decent man in our society. That little Gunapo, that little useless punk, you want glorify him. That's where your punishment comes. Now let me go to my second lesson because I'm running late. I want to make sure I talk enough. Tribalism kills. It kills. All of us are Liberian people. Look at all the Liberian guys in high office or they're educated. Some of them are cutting friends. Some of them are my high school friends. But they sit here because of their tribes and say all kind of things to me. Look at Ava Togba. Isaac Va Togba. Look at Isaac Va Togba. That my schoolmate on Cotton. This idiot joined the CDC and they come up with all the hate spewing stupidness against Congo people. I remember I tried to talk to Awa one time. He said something to me about tribe and walk away. And I look at this idiot. I said, look at this idiot. You graduated from Cotton College, an elite institution where you had all the Congo people. You live with all of us, we all did things together. I consider you my boy, my Peking. Then you go join a hate group that against us. Then I go talk, you try to show me hate and stupidness. Now you coming back talking about how you did research and because the people didn't give you no minister job. They knew you were a punk. And now there's a punk with a high degree, a high educated man can contribute to our nation. Because his mentality is that of a punk. Now he coming back to his senses now. Coming back say he got proposal for recreation and this and that. Something we knew all along, you got to go do proposal in America, in Ghana. You see, these people denigrate our society. They put our people down. because they have no integrity themselves. That's why I look at men like I talk about, I say, look at them, man. You tell me anything you bring out will use you. No, because of deceitfulness. When you are deceitful and raw and greedy and power hungry, you will fail. Because why would I go serve uneducated people and think I can change their minds? You see me fighting behind the people? I know I can't change the native people's minds. I know that women and things will deal with their minds and things. Those are native people. They are not conscious of leadership. They're not conscious. They're not conscious. They're not conscious. If they were, our auditors weren't going to die either. They weren't going to die either. Because you can't see a leadership going corrupt and all the things and feel safe to fight against it, to write figures down that would demonstrate their ineptitude, their weakness and failures, and go show it to them. If they can't bribe you, what do you think they will do? You kill you. When you're serving in politics, it's no fun. It's no child's game. When you're trying to steal millions of dollars with other people, anybody who join into a scheme, there's a possibility you will get killed. Because anything that deals with money has a dark side when you're stealing it. And you're in a group. If you do it yourself, at least nobody knows. They got to challenge you. But when you go steal with other people and shit hit the fan and people get scared, people will start being killed. People will start being killed. Because whenever you do things in a group, somebody will turn and talk. And now you got to be watching everybody in the group, who talking, who not talking, so you can eliminate them or see if you can bribe them. But this is what we face when we got tribalism in our midst. No dishonesty. No honesty. Everything is dishonesty. Because you're pretending to me that I'm your friend, but in reality, you're telling your indigenous people, oh, they don't matter, man, they're from the old regime. They're the one that enslaved us. They're the one that did this. And right there, we have no honesty. So we have no strength. We have no solidarity. We have no integration of our ideals and our efforts and our plans, our objectives. We have none. So we come here, all of us depending on our tribal lineages. But yet we want to join into alliance with the Liberian public to do things. It can't work. All of us got to be in the same space, in the same idea, with the same mission to unite our country. To say to tribalism, to hell with you. We will kill you this time. Because despite our tribes, we are Liberians. We are above tribalism. We are above petty things. We are above crying and being like children and immature bastards because of our tribe. Oh, you coming native? You coming native? I'll go tell my mom. I'll go tell my party, man. Chesson coming native. Oh, Chesson coming native. You're tying down. You're bring the cackles. Let's beat him and cut it. Let's beat him up. You think that what Liberia is about? You all the thing you'll be talking, you think I care? When I rather bang your back to see if you can handle it. If you can handle it, you'll start crying. Oh, Chesson, you did it. You coming native. You coming there. You know, I'll be sitting there looking. I said, look at this man. You won't come play with a correctional officer who not play in feces and all these things in America. Then you want to play with me. All the things you talking matter to me. You know what I've dealt with in this country? You know the kind of criminals have passed my path and I gotta still treat them like human beings? Are you crazy? But there's a time for everything. There's a time to teach. There's a time to punish with all mercy. And there's a time to have empathy because the present president doesn't know. But you can teach so much. And if the person can't keep it in his head, there got to be a way to keep it there. There got to be a way. If repetitive training does not help, there's got to be a way. And the Bible always tells us the way. Spare the rod, you spoil the child. That teaching, when that rod hit your back, you better learn fast. Yeah, oh, apple. You know that word? What is that word? Oh, base. I got it, Daddy. That's how we do that thing. Because if we got to wait for you to catch up for us to build our nation. And you fooling around talking about you want to go to Pole Society, you want to go to St. Cindy's Society, you want to go crawl under the devil bush and lay down under the devil water and all that kind of. You think I come to waste my time waiting for you to go through all that jungle thing when I got army that will make you do jungle war? I come to kick your AWSs. There's an emergency of the state, and there's religion. If we wait for everybody in their religion to do their Ramadan month, to do their Christmas season, to do their Easter days, to do their Hanukkah and all of that during emergency, and you tell me, oh, Chesson, let me go do my Hanukkah, let me go do my Jesus thing, let me go do this. Lord have mercy on you. Lord have mercy on you. National security comes first. When you're fighting the war to save our country, then you can be praying that any little chance you got. But you'll tell me you're going to pray first to come back. You'll meet my military forces that are waiting for you with instrumentalities to motivate you to return to Attorney Commander Chesson's side immediately. Only motivation. My African people don't like to hear, don't like to follow instruction. We turn to using motivative tactics to inspire you, to make you jump out of your flesh and do what Chesson said. Because when it's got to be done, it's got to be done. So all this tribalistic thing you're playing, all this stupidity, you're trying to impress your little native bosses and native people that you ain't got no Congo roots, that your enemies are Congo people too. You'll keep trying that stuff. When your people come to their senses and realize that you people are charlatans and useless men and women, they will allow Attorney Commander Chesson to flock the hell out of you. I will not do it with impunity. I will flock you under the law. Under the law. Under the law. So you be mindful, my people. We can't go on like this. Our country got to change. And if everybody in our country think they are rogue or their tribe got to benefit before everybody else benefit, or our country will now move forward because their tribe hasn't gotten their chance in the presidency, or some other useless, dumb excuse you'll bring to hold us back, I ain't got time for that thing. You'll see me playing your tribal thing. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Democracy It's not a tribalistic thing. Democracy is not a control thing for one man or one family or 24 family or 25 family. I will flog all of you. And y'all need a man like me who didn't care about this family thing. Family thing in our democracy got a limit. Friendship thing got a limit. Association thing got a limit. And if you cross that limit to hurt the Liberian people, you must be prosecuted. You must be flogged. You must be jailed. Period. Period. Let me go to my next lesson. You ever go with the Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf woman again? With her Boikai and her cousin Alex. All the people sat on her Ellen and what she did. And didn't say a word. All of them served on her Ellen doing some kind of thing, helping in some kind of way. And they knew this woman had 3 children in our strategic money position in our national security. We sat down supinely and watched as this woman and her children ripped our country off. Then to show that she is even criminal woman, to show she a deadly woman, she take our country and give it to her youngly size squeeze, a high school dropout, George Weah. Koijee, you think Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf solving your marriage? She keeping you with George Weah because she know what she promised George Weah. She know what she promised George Weah on one of those hot Georgia nights. So Georgie, he feels secure because he got Ellen and her family. But you don't have the Liberian people. The time of the Liberian people is now. Joseph Boikai been there. Ellen Cummings been sitting in Liberia for over 12, 14 years now. These 2 people were quiet on that Ellen. Joe Boikai always been quiet anyway. But they remain quiet on that Ellen. They didn't say nothing about her behavior, nothing about her excesses, nothing about her corruption of her children. She didn't say nothing about the nepotism. When her son bankrupt our oil company, she said she would be responsible. Did she pay our money back? No. She stole the soldiers' money and left it on a dumb Samuka from Lofa County. You know, these people, they do the same thing over and over and over again, each administration. And since that time, our country just changed. Now we got people who just don't follow the laws. People who care not about laws. People who care not about order. People just ready to lie at the drop of a hat. They will tell you any kind of lie. People who will steal your money, you give it them, they will not bring you change. They will keep your money. Or they will tell you, oh my man, leave the man. That's the same thing they will Russia 3.1 million. You see the man money like that, and you see, oh, leave the man. You forget it, man. $3.1 million? But you will learn when people start going berserk and killing you people in Liberia because of your corruption, because of your mass stealing and causing other people to suffer because of your crimes. These things cannot be tolerated in our country, in our society. These people must be punished and drastically punished. Because if people like our lawyers, our judges, our courts fail us, we are dead. There's no justice in Liberia. So as long as George Henrys and all these people backing this woman's suspension just for 1 year and wanting her to get away with the cash, You can see our country is rotting. Our country has no hope. All these people got to go. The Elliot Cummings, the Joe Boikai, all of them got to go and let the Tony Commander Chesson come and straighten up this society. I told the AFL that. I don't know if they're listening to me. But these useless people can't continue to take our country. We need 5 years to set up the discipline, the order, the senseless governance of Liberia. Then we can have free and fair election and turn it over to a new breed of Liberian people who will be disciplined, who will be far advanced in education, who will be far advanced in leadership skills, in road building, in nation building, everything. But we can't sit there and keep calling for war crimes court, when we can do these things ourselves. But we need to find the strength to unite under leadership that will lead us in that direction, that will punish our rogues without mercy, set precedents for our law and our courts to follow. So nobody can give you an excuse no more. Nobody can say, oh, let's go in America, or in Georgia, in this. No. They will say, according to the court's decision, the Liberian Court, Supreme Court decision of 2022-23, this decision will pass. This decision will pass to fuck all minister who stole. And the first minister will flood with 50 licenses. His picture will be in the law books. We'll capture you good and put you in the law book. But we can do this. We don't need foreigners to help us. We didn't need nobody. We need the Liberian people to rise up, remove these people, put them in jail, and call a Tony Commander Chesson. Let these people tell me about law. Let me hear them talk about law. I will flog them double time. Let them tell me about law. All I want to know, how you got rich in Liberia and Liberian people are still stagnant in our growth, development, human rights teachings, usage, and understanding. The Tony Commander class is done. I've reached my hour. Have a good day, my people. Go over my tape, hear what I said. Try to understand the meaning I'm giving you. Try to understand that people like Jefferson Koijee have no place in our society. He needs to be pulled down from his whole high horses and jailed immediately and be prepared to receive his latches and his time in jail. Tribalism kills. If our educated indigenous people don't have the balls to communicate with our Congo and American Liberian people, you will fail. Just like here in America, plenty of Liberian people don't know how to communicate with white people. They're scared of the white people. And you will fail because of that. How you be scared of a man like yourself? Where you got panking and other people got borrow? I don't know. You will have to tell me. And we can't continue with the same rules and killers, changing their VPs, their cousins, people who stay for 6, 7, 12 years under one president and never did nothing good. Now they want to lead us. Where they will lead us? Where they know to lead us? You think somebody who's been sitting down for 16 years sleeping will wake up and be motivated to lead us? The Tony Commander, J.R. Galpohkpa Chesson, is the way, the truth, and the light that emanates from Jesus Christ. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day, my people.
Liberian people is a unity is all we want. I believe freedom reach my all over Liberia. Liberia, this is Liberia. Never go be back on Liberia. Liberia,